Good evening. Noswaitha. Welcome to Reviews from the Bed. As you can see, Latte is right next to me, and she's really not all that interested in what I have to say. So, just a few thoughts on Daredevil episode 4, 5, and 6, and 7, because I'm a few weeks out of date. So, I've been watching the Daredevil series and following along. Episode 3 and 4 developed the characters really well, but really did nothing. You can't have an action-adventure show, which Daredevil is at its heart, without action or adventure, so not great. Episode 5, the bank robbery episode, I thought was brilliant. It reminded me a lot of Spike Lee's great movie Inside Man. I think it even used the same location. Very good episode. Matt uses his skills, his brains, his senses to foil a robbery. I thought it was well written. All the characters got a bit of time. The police detective, who we've seen several times, she was introduced in episode 1. Devlin, the head robber, and he got enough time and personality to make him an interesting adversary. Some friends of mine complaining, oh, Matt couldn't take him down, and Matt's a ninja. And it's like, you don't know many Irish thugs, do you? I mean, all of them are really tough, so... And Matt beat the snot out of the guy at the end and broke his leg like a twig, so I don't understand the complaints. Anyway, so I enjoyed episode 5 a lot. Maybe it was a bit self-contained, and maybe the Kamala Khan stuff was a little bit goofy. But it was still enjoyable, and we saw Matt doing some really clever stuff. I love the superhero to connect the tumblers to unlock the vault. Very clever. And of course the fight scenes, the Devlin at the end, and the other fight scene on the stairwell where he catches a shotgun. Yeah, well done. Nicely done. Episode 6, of course, Matt goes back into action. At first I thought the little girl coming in and giving him a hard time, it reminded me a little bit of the old, you gotta do better, Senator, you gotta step up moment of Falcon and Winter Soldier. But thankfully it didn't turn into that, and we saw that she was just an angry, bitter young lady, way out of her own depth, and Matt had to come and save her, and he did that really well. I mean, he was sort of pushed to the limit, and he realised, I've got to step in and do something, and he did. Fight with Muse was very enjoyable. Muse is a good antagonist. Not a lot of personality, but definitely a sense of menace. And when we got to episode 7, spoiler here, as soon as I saw the flashback to that creepy-looking fella who Heather got to sign her book, I thought, they've set up Muse already. That was clever. That was well done. If you know Heather Glenn from the comics, you'll know that Heather Glenn was not hesitant to pull a firearm, and she got out of some sticky situations by carrying a gun a few times. So for her to have a gun and to shoot Muse, although he may have brought the gun in with him, can't remember. But for Heather to use a gun, I have to watch the episode again, actually, is not out of keeping with the comics. I really enjoyed the fight scene. Matt got in there in the nick of time. Heather was in real danger. The guy was bleeding her out. A lot of blood, cursing, and he did the psycho character really well. I thought he was actually scarier with the mask off. With his creepy psycho eyes and expressions. So I thought it was a really good episode. Great to see Officer Powell get knocked out again. That guy's a bit of a prick, so it's nice seeing him on the wrong side of Matt's billy club. And of course Fisk and his task force. Fisk is resolute in not letting Daredevil win, so obviously that's going to go bad. And it was great to see the Daniel character, James Gandolfini's son, start to take a bit of a dark turn. Become, as he's being corrupted by Fisk's influence. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I mean, there is a season 2 in the works, which I'm looking forward to. And where season 1 will end, I don't know. I suspect nothing too conclusive. I did like the Fisk scene that finished it, where he's eating by himself. And, of course, the mafia thug goes to assassinate him and ends up with a bullet in the back of his head. So, that's the Fisk we all know. Right. That's my review for 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'll try not to wait so long before I post anything else. I mean, no one's watched my other reviews, so I don't think anyone will watch this one either. And I'm okay with that. I mean, look, there's Latte, and she's fallen asleep already. She's bored out of her mind. See, Latte's bored out of her mind already. She's gone to sleep. Anyway, live long and prosper. Good night. Nostar.